With the name of Allah Almighty, the gracious, the merciful. Respected students, you are listening to the voice of Sir Rana. Our contact number is 030563194464. In BPSC English, BPS 17 skill job, we are discussing history of English literature. Before that, we've discussed Old English, Medieval English, and then Renaissance age, Elizabethan age, university based. Today we are going to discuss Europeans Renaissance. In European Renaissance, that was started in Italy, and after that it reached in Germany, France, and England, and all over the Europe. What happened? At 1453, when Ottoman Empire they attacked on Constantinople, the Byzantine Empire, and Byzantine Empire was ruled by the Macedonian tribes. That was ruled by the Persians, and that was old ancient empire by the Roman Greeks. Spartan tribe, Macedonian Empire, Spartans and Greeks, Roman, something like these people, they were ruling the Byzantine. And that was ultimately fell down by the Turks. They invaded and ultimately they captured and they burned many books. Some scholars, they went away, they reached in Europe, something like the France and Germany, like that. They reached over there and they started inviting people for learning, and they started learning and they were reawakening, relearning, rebirth, and something like that occurred in Germany. In Germany, they brought Renaissance movement. They started studying and they preached the movement, humanism, something like that. Petrarch was a father of humanism. And there is another person whose name is Pico della. Pico della, he is from Italy. He wrote the book Importance of Man. Please write it down. Pico della, he was a writer. He was from Italy. The Italian writers like the Boccaccio, Dante, Petrarch, and then Pico della as well. Importance of the Man. In his book, he started preaching humanism, that man is the center of this universe. Why are you going behind the churchmen and the church people, clergy, parson, summoner, partners like that? They are seducing people, they are just corrupting people, they are corrupt people. Why are you following them? Set them aside and follow the humanism. Give value to human, because man is the center of this universe. He propagated in his book the value of man, the value of human being, and that is why this book was very prominent. And people started setting aside religion. They started preaching humanism. Humanism, the value of human. Human should be given value rather than the religion, rather than church, rather than priest. Because before that, in medieval age, what church was doing, church was taking out certain part of the income. People earning, people getting money, and what did church say? Church say that you will burn in the hell if you are not paying us a certain part of your wealth. People were bound to pay certain portion as a charity, and charity, when they give to charity, ultimately charity goes to priest. Priests enjoy the charity because that was exercising the power in the church. Priest in the form of cathedral, in the form of church, in the form of like that, churchmen, they were enjoying the money. In that book, Importance of Man by Pico della, that really opened the eyes of the people, and people started rethinking, reawakening, and they were inviting people towards enlightenment, reformations, and Renaissance like. Renaissance was not alone. There was many movement like enlightenment, reformations, and humanism. So these were running side by side in a way to bring revolution. Fall of the Constantinople or Byzantine Empire by the Roman Greeks, that was fell down and that was corrupted, that was crumbling, and Turks were Turks were Ottoman empires. They were time and again they were attacking on the Constantinople, because due to the Mediterranean Sea, that was the center of the importance of the Roman empires like Byzantine and Constantinople. That was very important in Italy, because they want to have trade and all the Mediterranean Sea. That was very important. That is very important, for the trade, and people move by ships and like that, and they are having trade with the people of Italy like that, and Turks want this place, and later this name was changed into Istanbul like that. And now the modern name is Istanbul. Constantinople was changed, and now the name is Istanbul in Turkey. During the Renaissance age, lot of writers, they wrote, they worked. People were working in prose, drama, poetry, something like that. And the main people, they worked, they brought revolution in the field of literature. I would like to give their names, because during the Renaissance there was a renaissance in science, in politics, in religion, in literature, and especially we are talking about the literature, and in literature there was White and Surrey, because they were inspired from the Petrarch, who was the father of the sonnet. If somebody asks who is the father of sonnet, you will say Petrarch. And the White and Surrey, they influenced from the Petrarch, and they started writing in the model of the Petrarchan model. White, Surrey, Edmund Spenser, Philip Sidney, Christopher Marlowe, Shakespeare, they were the main writer, and Daniels in minor writers. Talk about the Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer was not writing sonnet, he was writing in a tale. But when White Surrey come, they round about 15th century. They are the writer of 15th century in England. And you know that Renaissance started around about 15th century to 17th century in England. So they started writing sonnet, but they were following the Petrarchan model. And you know what was the Petrarchan model? I told you earlier. There was 8 line and 6 line. 8 line is known as octave, and 6 line is known as sestet. Please write. Petrarchan model was, they write in 14 lines. Sonnet is 14 lines poem. And in 14 lines that was divided. In 18 line writer and the poet tells a problem. In 6 line he tells a solution. For example, he loves Laura. Petrarch loves Laura. L-A-U-R-A, Laura. Laura was his beloved. He loves her so much. He could not get her. And what he was sitting in one place. He started writing for sake of his beloved. He started writing poetry. He's saying that Laura, you was very beautiful. I couldn't get you. And something like that. He tells a problem. In 6th line he tells solution. He loves her so much, to have catharsis of his feeling, passion feeling, he started writing for his beloved. And who was beloved? Name was Laura. And then White and Surrey comes. White and Surrey come in 15th century. They started following Petrarch. They both were lovers as well. And White loves Anne Boleyn. She was a queen of the Henry's wife, Anne Boleyn, because he was also aristocrat and he was living with the aristocratic people, dukes, and he was a courtier as well. He started writing for sake of the Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn was his beloved, and he was writing, and she was the son of the Henry, and he was afraid what will happen if he will come to know. And ultimately he was executed at early age. Both White and Surrey, they were executed, officially executed, and they were died. Even if you have studied in MA English, Surrey has written tribute to the White. Here White is lying dead, the person who never slept early. So So he has given tribute to his master White. White was a master teacher of the Surrey. They both were teacher student and they were writing for each other. Even they write for beloved as well. So White Surrey, they give their model. They even followed the model of Petrarch, and even they themselves started writing. They even tried to change the model, Petrarchan model. How did they change? They even set up 4 line quatrains, and 4 line, then 4 line, 4 line. They are round about 12 sentences. Then they add 2 couplet. 2 couplet mean 2 lines. 2 lines couplet, and that roundabout, if you add all that will be added up. If 2 more are added in 12, they will be 14 lines. They changed the model of the Petrarch, but they followed the Petrarch. So how do they write? They reformed the sonnet. Before that, the Petrarch model was 8 and 6, octave and sistet, and Petrarch was writing ABBA. For example, ABBA, rhyming scheme was A, please write it down, ABBA. For example, A first line and BB both are rhymed, and then B. It means first and last line in fourth, they are rhymed. And then further 4 lines, ABBA, they are around about 8 lines. So Petrarch was writing in such a rhyming scheme, there ABBA. Then CD. So 8 and 6, round about 14 lines. White and Surrey, first poet of Renaissance. White and Surrey are the first poet of Renaissance. लिख लें, प्लीज राइट एंड नोट. वाइट और सरे जो हैं वो पहले पोएट हैं रेनेसांस एज के. दे मॉडिफाइड द सोनेट. किस तरह उन्होंने मॉडिफाई किया? सरे ने इसको मॉडिफाई किया था. 4 लाइन का उसने क्वार्टरन बनाया और 2 लाइन का कॉपलेट साथ मिला दिया. 4 और 4 8 और 8 4 12 और 12 प्लस 2 इज इक्वल टू 12. क्वार्टरन क्या होता है? 4 लाइन का जो स्टैंजा होता है उसे क्वार्टरन कहते हैं. इंग्लिश सोनेट को उन्होंने नई डिमेंशन दे दी. उसके बाद आते हैं फिलिप सिडनी. फिलिप सिडनी ने लिखा था एस्ट्रोफेल एंड स्टेला. एस्ट्रोफेल जो था वो लवर था और स्टेला जो थी वो बिलव्ड थी. ये 100 का कलेक्शन ऑफ पोएम लिखते थे और इसी तरह ये सारे लिखते गए. हमने इसको पहले भी डिस्कस किया था, आज फिर थोड़ा सा कर लेते हैं. एस्ट्रोफेल एक लवर था और उसकी बिलवर्ड थी, उसका नाम था स्टेला. एस्ट्रोफेल एक सोनेट पढ़ता है अपनी बिलवर्ड के लिए और वो ऐसे पढ़ता जाता है. और ये 100 उसने सोनेट लिखी थी एस्ट्रोफेल स्टेला. फिलिप सिडनी ने लिखी थी. ये भी उसने पेट्रार्कन मॉडल वगैरह पर लिखी. उसके बाद हम डिस्कस करते हैं राइज ऑफ साइंस इन रेनेसांस एज. अच्छा, रेनेसांस एज को बढ़ाने में साइंस ने बड़ा अच्छा रोल अदा किया. साइंटिस्ट लिखें गैलीलियो गैलीली, कोपरनिकस, सर फ्रांसिस बेकन जिसके बेकन्स ऐसे भी पढ़े थे, और एक और हार्वी, HARVI, हार्वी. गैलीलियो गैलीली ने ये रोम इटली से ताल्लुक रखते थे. गैलीलियो गैलीली ने कहा था कि आप कहते हैं कि सूरज जो है वो घूमता है, जमीन जो है वो क्या करती है, सूरज जो है वो घूमता है और रोटेट करता रहता है. अगर हम भी देखें तो सूरज जो है मशरक से निकलता है, फिर वो मगरब में चला जाता है, गुरूब होता है. यानी अगर एपरेंटली देखा जाए, वाज़े अगर हमें जो नजर आ रहा है वो सीन ये है कि सूरज जो है वो रोटेट करता है, सन रोटेट करता है. लेकिन गैलीलियो गैलीली और कोपरनिकस दोनों ने इसको रिफ्यूट किया और चर्च के साथ इनकी डायरेक्ट कोलिजन होती है. ये कॉन्ट्रास्ट में आ जाते हैं क्योंकि बाइबल के अंदर लिखा हुआ है, आवर लॉर्ड आवर गॉड ही हैज सेट अप दिस अर्थ एंड इट नेवर शेक्स. हमारे गॉड ने इस लैंड को, इस जमीन को फिक्स कर दिया और ये शेक नहीं करती। इन दोनों ने कहा नो, दे रिजेक्ट एंड दे से sun does not revolves, rather it is the earth that revolving around the sun। तो वो बाइबल के बिल्कुल कॉन्ट्रास्ट चले गए। तो बाइबल ने उसकी वजह से गैलीलियो गैलीली को एग्जीक्यूट किया गया। तो उसका वहां पे ट्रायल करते हैं और उसे डिफरेंट औजार दिखाए जाते हैं उसे मारने की। हमने बेर्टोल्ट ब्रैकेट को पढ़ा, तो वो आगे से क्या कहता है कि गैलीलियो गैलीली की ट्रेजेडी है या नहीं, वो इसके ऊपर लिखता है। गैलीलियो गैलीली को जब औजार दिखाए जाते हैं, उसे मारने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो वो डर जाता है। वो कहता है जी मैं अपना जो आर्गुमेंट है मैं इसे रिकेंट करता हूं, उसको छोड़ता हूं। वो उसको छोड़ देता है और उसे वो वहां बंद कर देते हैं। वो उसमें बंद बैठा, जेल में बैठा बंद, वो एक किताब लिख देता है और किताब जर्मनी पहुंचा देता है। वहां पे प्रिंटिंग प्रेस आ गई थी, वो छप जाती है और बुक उसका क्लेम जो है वो सच साबित होता है। अल्टीमेटली उसकी डेथ हो जाती है गैलीलियो गैलीली की, और उसके बनाए हुए सारे रूल्स जो हैं वो सच साबित होते हैं। फ्रांसिस बेकन एक साइंटिस्ट था। फ्रांसिस बेकन एक मॉरलिस्ट था, एक साइंटिस्ट था, वर्ल्डली विजडम का माहिर था। और हमने उसके बेकन ऐसे भी पढ़े, वो फिलोसोफर भी था और वर्ल्डली विजडम बताता है। वो कहता है सम बुक्स टू बी रीड, अदर टू बी डिजेस्टेड एंड डिजेस्टेड। वो कहता है